Okay, and the final one, my final tip, drink lots of water on the plane to stay. So when I take a flight, I love drinking wine because usually the wine is free, which is lovely. But I also try to drink a glass of water with each glass of wine because otherwise I get very thirsty and my skin gets very bad. To stay home. So Apple, drink lots of water on the plane to stay home. So here, home isn't the correct answer, but I do see one correct answer here. I'll see what the rest of you say. And my new favorite airline is Korean Air, because in Korean Air, the last time I took them, they were just walking with wine. Who wants wine? Who wants wine? So they are very generous. To stay healthy, healthy is good. Yep, but Cohen and Hansei have the perfect answer, stay hydrated. So hydrated is more specific than healthy. So healthy is good, Catherine, but we would say to stay hydrated. So hydrated just means having enough water. To stay sober, staying sober is also very important. So if you are hydrated, you have enough water and you are staying healthy because of that. Okay, very good. So we had a lot of correct answers there. And so now that we've done some discussion and we have done our vocabulary, we're going to move on to the last part, which is going over some common errors that students often make when they're talking about traveling. So some of these will be vocabulary errors. Some of them may be related to grammar. Some of them just sound a little bit unnatural. So I'm going to give you guys 5 sentences and you need to tell me how to fix them. So the first person who can write the sentence correctly will get 1 point. And I'll be calculating the scores just like last week. This week we have a very, very special prize. So last week the prize was being invited to my future wedding. This week the prize is even better. So because our topic is travel, the winner this week, if you visit Ireland, my home country, and I am there, I will be your personal tour guide for 1 day. So the winner, anytime in your life, you can come to Ireland. You can call me if I'm in Ireland, say, hello, I need a tour guide. I will give you this service for free. And I will also buy you a Guinness because Guinness is the most popular beer in Ireland. So there's a lot at stake, a lot of pressure. Okay, very good, Hansei. Stay hydrated. Okay, so let's go. So in order to get the point, you need to write the full sentence correctly. Cohen, I do rarely stay in Ireland, but shh, don't tell anyone. In the future, I will be in Ireland a lot more. Okay, so the first sentence is, I don't like, I'm just copying and pasting it. Everyone ready? I don't like group tours. I prefer free travel. So looking at this sentence, there is a mistake in the sentence. Well, there are 2 sentences, but there is a mistake here. The first student to type it correctly will get 1 point. Okay, so go, go, go. I'll give you 1 or 2 minutes to try to type the correct answer, and then I will tell you who is correct. Personally, I hate group tours, but I know I see a lot of Koreans when I go to other countries. I see a lot of Koreans on group tours. Juhan, prefer to. So we're looking for a full sentence. So identify the sentence that is incorrect and write a full sentence. Okay, so Sunglim, I don't like the group tour. I prefer a private tour instead. I prefer a self-guided tour. I prefer to free travel. Okay, no one has said the answer that I'm really looking for. You can say a guided tour. Oh, very good, Catherine. So you can say, I don't like group tours or package tours. I prefer to travel independently. So you can't say I prefer to solo trip, can't say, because solo trip is a noun. So after prefer to, we need a verb. So I hear a lot of my students saying free travel, and what they mean is not take any tour, not a private tour, not a guided tour, just travel on their own. But if I say free travel, it means you don't have to pay. It's totally free, which is very unique and rare. So you can say, I prefer to travel independently. Without, if you go without a tour, independently. Oh my gosh, I'm typing too quickly, sorry. Independently. Or you can just say, I prefer to travel on my own. Both are okay. Okay, very good. So the point for this one goes to Kathleen. Well done. Okay, we also had some other good answers. But so some of you said private tour, guided, self-guided tour. Cohen sounds a little bit strange. So we can contrast a group tour to a private tour. But here, I think when many students say free travel, what they mean to say is travel independently. Okay, so Catherine is in the lead with 1 point. Okay, so next one. I spent 3 days, 2 nights in Paris. So this one, I don't want to give you too much of a hint, but it's just a little bit unnatural. We would never say this in English. So I spent 3 days, 2 nights in Paris. So you must write the complete sentence in order to get the point. The first person who has a perfect answer will get 1 point. I prepare for free travel. So yeah, it is very difficult, Moonhee. I prefer to eat spicy Korean food. Okay. So that wasn't really the answer I was looking for, Grace, but I also love spicy Korean food. So number 2, I spent 3 days, 2 nights in Paris. How can we fix this? I spent in 3 days for 2 nights in Paris. Juhan, no, that sounds, we don't put in before the number of days. I spent 2 nights and 3 days in Paris. That's grammatically correct, Kathleen, but it would sound unnatural. Apple, I spent 3 days, 2 nights in Paris. I think that's exactly what the original sentence was. So we need to change the original sentence. Oh, some of you are struggling with this. So as I said, it just sounds unnatural in English. Usually we remove one part of this sentence. So I'll give you guys another 30 seconds, and if nobody gets it, then the point is gone. I have stayed for 3 days, 2 nights in Paris. Again, Catherine, that is grammatically correct, but it sounds, oh, we have a winner. So Cohen is a winner. I spent 3 days in Paris. So often when my students are talking to me, very good Songlim as well, but Cohen was first. So often when I'm talking to my students, they say like 7 days, 6 nights. We don't say this in English. We would just say 5 days a week. Okay, we never say the number of nights because it's not really that important. And usually the listener can guess. So it's most natural just to tell the person how many days we spent or how many weeks. So we never mention the number of nights. So we would just say, I spent 3 days in Paris. So I guess it's just like a cultural thing. Like maybe in Korean, you feel the need to say how many nights. In English, we don't say that. It sounds strange. Okay. So that's why. So I guess if you're directly translating it from the Korean, it would sound natural. But in English, it just sounds really strange. Okay. So who is winning? So at the moment, we have, I'm getting confused with Kathleen and Catherine. So Catherine has 1 point, Cohen has 1 point. So number 3, I love Canada. It's so beautiful in there. So question number 3. So I want you to identify the part that is incorrect and fix it. So I love Canada. It's so beautiful in there. So this is a very, very common mistake. I'm hoping that someone can identify it. I'll give you guys 1 minute for this one. I think love Canada. It's so beautiful in there. So Apple, we can't say think love because these are two verbs. We can't put them together. Okay, great. I'm seeing a lot of perfect answers. And Juhan was first. It's so beautiful there. So we never put in plus there when we're talking about a country or city. It sounds so strange. So we only put in if we're talking about like a room or a small space or like a box. So if, for example, my coworker says, Keeva, where's the stapler? It's in there, and I point in a box. But we never put in before a larger area, like a place or a city or a country. So we just remove the word in. Okay, Sunglim, if it came up as Juhan first, but I'll give you the point, okay? Because I'm an angel. So that means Sunglim has a point, Juhan has a point, Catherine has a point, and Cohen has a point. Okay, so next one, we have 2 left. Oh, the pressure is on. Yeah, Grace, Canada is so beautiful. Okay, so number 4. I usually take 2 luggages when I travel. So I usually take 2 luggages when I travel. There is a grammar mistake here. So first person who can write the sentence completely will get 1 point. So we'll give you guys, we don't have much time, so I'll give you 1 minute. And remember the prize at stake. So a personal tour of Ireland by a native Irish person. Wow. So Apple, I usually take 2 luggages when I travel. So Apple, I think you're just copying the sentence. You've changed the number 2 to the word, but no. I usually 2 luggage when I travel. So Sunglim, luggage is a noun. So Juhan, I usually take 2 luggage when I travel. Nope. So I'll give you a clue. Luggage is not a countable noun. Luggage means all of your bags. So if you bring, for example, 4 suitcases and a carry-on bag, this is all collectively your luggage, all of your travel bags together. So it's uncountable. You can never put S after. Oh, and we have a correct answer from, both Cohen and Sunglim were correct. So we usually say 2 pieces of luggage when I travel, okay? So we say 2 pieces. So when we want to count it, or you can just say 2 bags. Both are okay, but we can't say luggages because it's a group noun and it's uncountable. We don't say packs of luggage, Juhan. It would sound a little bit strange. So just 2 pieces. Usually we say pieces of luggage or 2 bags. So Cohen was first there. So Sunglim, you were very quick after, but I think there's maybe 1 second of a difference. So Cohen is in the lead with 2 points. And our final question, I've had to change this one because the original question was related to Swiss, and someone already made that mistake before, and I gave the correct answer. So I'm going to change the question very quickly. I went to Praha last year. Okay, oh, the pressure is on. Who's going to get it? So if Cohen gets this correctly, then she's the winner. She has 2 points, but a lot of you have 1 point. So if someone who has 1 point gets it correctly first, then you will both get a private tour from me. Oh, we have a winner, Kathleen. So I went to Prague last year. So I guess in Korean, you say Praha, but in English, we say Prague. So Prague is the capital city of the Czech Republic. 2 very difficult words to say, Czech Republic. And so in Prague, the UE is silent, so we just pronounce it like Prague. Okay, yes, thank you, Cohen. So I wrote a post about this recently on our Naver Cafe. So, very good. So I think The winner all over was Cohen. So Cohen, when you come to Ireland, make sure that I'm going to be there. So call me in advance and say, okay, Keeva, I'm coming to Ireland next June. And I'll confirm, okay, yeah, I'll be there. And then I will give you your private tour, okay? So you can call me anytime for the rest of your life when you're going to Ireland. And I will give you a tour of my hometown and drive you around and all that kind of thing. Okay, so we have a couple of minutes left. Congratulations to Cohen. Does anyone have any quick questions before we finish? So we'll take 2 minutes of Q&A. Cohen, you'll bring your whole family, but I have a very small car. You can bring a maximum of 3 people. So J-Bang says, congratulations, Cohen. Happy Easter, everyone. Yeah, so tomorrow is Easter. I'm very excited because I haven't eaten any chocolate for 6 weeks because I have been fasting from chocolate. So tomorrow I'm going to be able to eat a lot of chocolate because it is Easter Sunday tomorrow. Does anyone have any quick questions about travel before we finish up? And you're all welcome to come to Ireland if I'm there, but we will see. Okay. So it seems like we have no questions. So I hope that you guys all have a great Saturday. Thank you for all participating. And if you have your midterms coming up next week, I'm sure you're going to be very busy with studying. So good luck for all of that. Yes, Juhan, you should definitely drink Guinness in Dublin. It's the best place in the world to drink it. So have a great weekend, everyone, and have a relaxing time. Is there any country you really want to go back to? Colombia. I would say Colombia is one of my favorite countries. So I want to go back to Colombia. It's very beautiful. Okay, thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend. I will see you all soon. Take care of yourself.